everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Parent Pod. Friday nights are your nights, ladies. It's Amy and
Kelly.
And we are coming off a wonderful week of April vacation. It's been a blast, right, Kelly?
I don't even want to talk to you because of where you are right now. So, yeah, it's been a great week, but why don't you tell us where you are right now?
I'm not in 40-degree weather. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Thank God for vaccinations because when we come back, we will be very safe even after testing. So that's a good thing. And I have to tell you that vitamin D has really been, it's been a year. I think we deserve a little breather because April vacation last year was a bust, right?
I agree. And I feel bad. I have Charlie's birthday coming up and it's like the second COVID birthday. It was like the first one you can kind of make like sort of special. The second one, they're over it. They're like, I want a real birthday.
Yeah, I don't want to drive by. The drive-by's not doing it for me.
I've seen the cops, the fire department. Unless you're going to land a helicopter on my front yard, I'm all set.
I don't think we can do that anytime soon.
Right.
So just a reminder, every week, the Parent Pod is trying to bring you all the amazing resources, local speakers, business owners, local moms and dads to highlight, just, still connecting you to the community because the pandemic's been hard and it's really important to keep in touch with other people, especially during this time. The mental health, we got to stay connected no matter how we have to do it, right?
Agreed. Yep.
So, every week, this hour's for you, and we just want to bring you a little bit of prizes, some info, and a lot of fun. And we try to keep it light, especially with Kelly's famous questions.
Oh my God. I'm so mad that I did this. I wish I could turn back time a little bit.
We've got a good question tonight. So before we get started, we're going to be having guests and mom, Jill Barrile, on tonight. And she's amazing. And we're going to talk about her amazing mom entrepreneur success story, as well as some beauty stuff. And it's going to be great with the natural makeup line. And I'm really excited about it because my skin's constantly dry. So I'm excited to have her on.
And we're old now, so we need to take care of our skin.
Right. Listen, the old ladies walking around Falmouth looking Florida, looking like raisins right now. It reminds me to put on that sunblock and take good care of my skin. So good reminder. That being said, so we will do a question of the night, and both Jill and Cape Cod Moms we're giving away 2 prizes. You need to comment for a chance to win. We're going to put it up after we bring Jill on. And just a reminder, next Friday, mark your calendars now, we're going to be joined by Below Deck chef, Rachel Hargrove.
I can't even. I can't.
It's going to be great. And then other guests to come as we go into May are going to be Amy Wyman from Good Grief, Lauren Melillo from Sandwich Partnership for Families. You're going to come along with us on a ride-away adventure with Mike Morrison, and you're going to see us trying kayak.
I can't even. I'm so excited about that.
It's going to be a situation.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then rounding out Memorial Day weekend, we will be joined by Erin Edwards to do some more beauty tips. So let's get started. Let's bring on our friend Jill and get going here.
Bring her in.
Hi, Kelly, for a second.
Hi.
Hi, Kelly. Hi, Jill. I got to bring you back, Kelly.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome, Jill. Welcome to the Parent Pod. We're so excited to have you this evening.
Excited to be here. So excited.
So why don't you tell everybody a little bit just about who you are and about the kids, just a quick background for us.
So I'm a mom of 2 kids. I have a 9-year-old daughter, Ella, and I'm like right age name, 9-year-old daughter, Ella, and a 6-year-old son, Anthony. It'd be good if I knew their ages. I
forget sometimes too.
Week, I'm like,
I love it.
Now, and like you said, I have my own little business that I'm doing. It's my full-time gig / part-time gig. I come from originally a corporate America background. I also taught fitness classes, and then I decided to switch things up once I had kids.
So Jill, that's where I kind of wanted to start. So you had when you had your kids, were you still working?
I decided that I always knew corporate America, just like it wasn't a good fit for me. We did the grind and did what I needed to do for a while, and then had a long conversation with my husband, and we decided it was something I just wasn't going to move forward with. So I was home, but at the same time, I never felt like I was fully supposed to just be home.
Just be a mom.
Yeah, like I love it, but I also get like a little cuckoo. Like I tell my kids, like,
yes, I agree.
Which most moms do. I get it, but yeah. So I decided to no more corporate.
So were you always into like beauty stuff, or was this something like, because I know, and one of my favorite things, random researcher for all things beauty. I love that in your bio. I thought that was so cool. So was this something like you really like dug deep? Like, what am I going to focus on if I'm going to be this? Because there's so many multi-level marketing, direct sales.
And it's funny because I actually said, like, I will never sell. Like, I don't have a sales background. I did marketing. Like I did email. Yep. Or corporate retail. I said the words, I will never sell anything. Like, it was super awkward to me. I'm still super awkward when it comes to selling stuff.
No, you're not.
But so, I mean, I always was into like cleaner things, or what I thought was cleaner. Like I said, I taught fitness classes. I was into like a healthy lifestyle. I cared about what I ate. I mean, I'm kind of like an everything in moderation type of person, just like a well-balanced. I feel best when I'm balanced. So I have had friends that worked for numerous companies, like network marketing companies. And I just was like, nah, it never felt right. And then my sister-in-law introduced me to this brand Beauty Counter. And I was like, I didn't really know much about it. And she started selling it just for the discount. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, that's interesting. Like, oh, so you get a discount when you get these products. I'm like,
right.
I like that idea.
Which is what a lot of people do. I mean, I've done it with a couple companies. So people do it and it makes sense.
It totally makes sense. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So like I went into this, literally, I didn't try any of the products, but I knew this company was all about cleaner living, which totally aligned with how like my life that I was living. And I was like, well, you know what? I'll get the discount. If that's it, like I'm fine. But I'm like, maybe I'll sell it to like, I don't know, four people regularly. I remember saying like 4 people, maybe every few months. And if that's it, that's fine. So that's kind of how it started. And this started when I had my second kid and I was starting to lose my shit.
Yep.
It's always the second one, isn't it?
Yeah, that second one. Yeah.
So you hadn't really established like the full-blown business part of it until Anthony was born, or
Anthony
you were kind of doing it, but like not really focusing
on it. Focusing. So, and I want to actually a big part of Beauty Counter in general is an education piece. So I want to ask you guys something. And this is what really started to suck me into it more. So once, like I said, I thought I was living this like cleaner lifestyle, but I actually just didn't know a lot of things. And as I dove deeper into Beauty Counter, I started to learn so much. And then that kind of gave me a need to want to spread the word more. So my question for you guys is, so when do you think is the last time that a major federal law was passed regulating anything in the beauty industry?
I was going to say, I kind of know a little bit of it's got to be over a couple decades, because
I couldn't tell you.
Almost nothing's regulated in the United States.
20 years.
Probably longer, 50. I'm going to go with 50.
1938 was the last year.
It's atrocious. It's atrocious.
I was like, can you repeat that, please? So I was blown away when I found that out. And I was like, I didn't even understand. So that's like right around World War I. And since then, there's been 80,000 chemicals introduced into commerce, and only 10% are tested for safety. So there's like thousands upon thousands of chemicals out there. And I was just like, what's happening? And then I learned, so in Europe, they ban about 1,400 ingredients from their products. Like that's what they regulate. Guess how many the US ban?
5.
Not far.
0?
No, thank God it's more. So when I first started doing this 5 years ago, or over 5 years ago, it was 11. We've moved up to 30. We're at a whopping 30. Only 30 ingredients have been banned, which is just crazy.
Oh my God.
Compared to Europe, which is like 1,400. So I was like, okay, this doesn't feel right. So then this was like kind of what started motivating me to like, I need to actually start talking about this more because this is crazy. So Beauty Counter, we actually as a company ban 1,800 ingredients from our products.
Wow.
Which is pretty incredible. And it's something we call the Never List. I have it right here. So I have the little cards. It's on the website too, but it's a list of all the ingredients we'll never put in our products because they've been linked to some kind of harmful health issue like cancer, allergies, endocrine disruption, all kinds of things. So yeah,
that's
it's
actually pretty cool. So they kind of take it ownership of it, and they kind of like, manage it themselves. If it's not going to be managed in a higher power, then they're going to do it themselves.
Exactly. That's the CEO. She's this woman, this incredible woman, entrepreneur, always has been. Never like worked with a company like a network marketing company. She had a strong retail background, but she was like, there needs to be products out there for people that work really good and that are safe to use. Because there was like some cleaner products out there, but they just like did nothing for you. And she also came from this retail background, like I said. So the packaging had to be like really pretty and like everything had to check all the boxes. So now like the process they take to develop these products is pretty incredible. It's the safety standards there's nothing like it in the industry. It's amazing.
So how long have you been technically with them since you started your business?
About 5.5 years now.
5.5 years.
Yeah.
So that's a long, that's a long time when you think about it. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. And I told you a little bit, like earlier in the day, but I come from a sales background.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have the confidence that I know how to sell something.
Yeah.
I also can speak to humans, like a normal person.
Very well.
But it's 4 definitely, but I feel like there's one I'm forgetting. I have tried direct sales and multi-level marketing with 4 to 5 different companies. Okay. I am just so interested in how the hell you were able to make it to have sustainable income, to still be a mom. I mean, I see you're the best mom ever. You actually piss me off sometimes because I'm like,
so questionable.
She's really aggravating me. She's like doing good things with her kids and mine are on TikTok. So, but no, I'm saying that because, I love you, but I have to know, because I know that a lot of it, and correct me if I'm wrong, is it a lot of social media based marketing?
It's literally whatever you want it to be. And I'm not just saying that. That's what I love about this in particular. I feel like the people that are the most successful do what is genuine to them. Like if I'm not being me, I am going to fail. I just can't. I can't be fake. Like I talked about sweating before. I am sweating so bad right now. Like I am sitting here sweating. It's gross. But I feel like, so I do some social media, but I just try to make myself on social media it's like an extension of myself. I talk about weird, random stuff all the time. There's a lot of stuff, coffee. I post a lot of coffee. I don't even know why I post that much coffee. I love coffee.
I love it.
But then
I love coffee too.
Like, oh, I love coffee. I need my coffee.
It's the best.
So I feel like that's part of it. I feel like in general, because every year I'm still growing and growing. Now I have a team of like over 60 people now.
That's what I was going to ask you. So you have a huge team, obviously.
And it's so
60
much fun.
people.
Yeah, it's over 60. So, I mean, I don't work closely with everybody, but I'm working somewhat consistently, especially with a group of people. I mean, like I said, some people join to do the business. So to get the discount. So some people are just like there for the discount, but I check in with them and make sure they're good. It's totally fine with me. But then there's women on there that are also trying to build these business. And now as like I've transitioned doing this, that's one of my favorite parts about this is working with these people that are trying to grow themselves. It's just so much fun. But like social media, I feel like, and I tell them all the time, because people are like, I don't want to just go up there and be like, I want you to buy this. Like, it's so awkward. You don't have to do that.
That's what I mean.
If you feel icky, don't do it. That's what I say.
I felt awkward about it. Like I was like, I don't know. It just, I'm envious because it's not an easy thing to do.
No.
And for you to have a team of 60 people is like mind blowing to me. Like, and I've tried very different. I mean, I tried, health stuff, beauty stuff, jewelry stuff. I mean, I literally, and I have to say I probably gave up a little bit sooner than I should have, but to be all of those things that you're doing and to be a mentor to people that are literally, they're looking at you, they want to be you, they want to be where you are, and it's not an easy thing to do. And so I think that, and one of my questions was, what were there things that you did that really didn't work? Because there are going to be people that watch this that it might not be for beauty stuff, it might be for whatever. I mean, sales is sales is sales.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
whatever situation they're in, there's a mom that's just trying to make this work so that she can leave that shitty job that she has that she doesn't want to go to anymore.
Exactly.
So were there things that you did that really worked and things that you did that you were like, it's a total waste of time?
I feel like one of the biggest things that was a waste of time that I've gotten really good at now is like forgetting what people think, honestly. Like I would get so wrapped up in being like, oh my God, if I post this, like that's like, what if like Jane is like, ew, like what, I don't really give a shit what Jane said. You know what I mean? Like I'm
no, I do.
the people that want to listen to me. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to look at my coffee posts. You know what I mean? Like
you can keep scrolling.
Right.
Keep scrolling. So once I kind of gave that up and I just kind of spoke to what I felt good about talking about, you know, like I feel like that really worked. And I think it was just being authentic and being consistent. Those were like the two biggest things for me. That consistent work. Because in these things, you expect it to kind of be like, oh, like, why aren't I making money? Or like, why isn't people buying from me? You have to be consistent and you have to be authentic or people are going to see right through you, you know?
And that's, I mean, honestly, that's the biggest thing. I would imagine that the first few people you had on your team, and are they still on your team?
Actually, like, the very first person, she started 2 months after me. She's still on it and we're so tight. And actually, she's a professional esthetician and she's like, it's so amazing working with her because I have learned so much from her.
Well, I was just going to say, you must have like knowledge, like
the company
that you
itself
wouldn't normally get.
Has so many resources. We have all kinds of trainings. We actually have like everything from social media trainings from like that former head of creative for Facebook. He came and did this like huge training. And then all kinds of, we have a celebrity makeup artist that's one of like, she's in charge of the makeup development. She gives all kinds of trainings. And then people on my team, I have a professional makeup artist and an esthetician that I work closely with. So I've learned so much good stuff from them. And we're just constantly, we do like some Instagram lives and we'll do some Zoom events where it's just educational. We'll talk about like sunscreen 101 and we'll talk about like how to reset your skin and all kinds of different things.
So pre-COVID, were you doing like house like what was the sort of, what was your go-to? Was it house parties? Was it?
So the way the CEO Greg developed this company, it wasn't like meant to be or I should say that it was meant to be a story told person to person. So like people don't know about the lack of regulation. So she said, I could sell this product in a department store, but it really needs to be a conversation. So that's why I did do a lot of the in-person stuff, which I miss so much because I'm literally like, you get there, it'd be like this, and we just have fun. Yep. It was so laid back and fun. I actually loved smaller events with like 4 to 6 people. Those are my favorite. It would just be like a conversation of women, mostly women. There's some men once in a while. And just like, it was so great.
You had dudes at your skincare parties?
There's been like a few husbands here and there.
It's great.
There's some men that work for Beauty Counter. It's a really small percentage, but there's some guys out there.
I love it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. But the COVID transition was super hard, as it was for everybody, you know? But then the company really rebounded incredibly and gave us so many good resources. And as a company, we had like 20% growth last year when a lot of people in the industry were down like double digits. So it was pretty incredible.
Amy, should we blast her
yeah,
website
let's pull that up really quick and then
so that people can kind of see it if they want?
Absolutely. She's got a special link for everybody tonight. So that way she knows you're watching our live show. So it's the bit.ly link at the bottom / Cape Cod Moms Pod. And if you go visit her, Jill, why don't you tell them they can get all kinds of information, and they also.
Yep. So this link, I did it special because I'm running something called a mystery host reward. It's called. So based on the amount of orders we get, there'll be some free products. And then whoever purchases through this link, I'm going to pick a name and somebody will earn free, all the rewards, all the free products. So it's
exciting.
I love that.
And
so they just have to click on that link, Jill. And Amy, what is happening? Where did your light go? Are you going into the dark hole?
I have people in the background.
Oh my gosh. I love
how
it.
that goes.
So, I was gonna say, Amy, we both did the and I'm trying to pull it up because I wanted to see what it did. We both did the skincare. What was it called, Jill?
The quiz.
It was the skin
care quiz.
Yeah.
Quiz. Yeah. I think that's
all right. Amy, what was yours?
I came up with dry. Like I had some recommendations.
What did they say for we suggest?
Did you get a regimen that it's usually?
I did get a regimen, and you know what? It's I screenshotted it on my phone, which is functioning as my light right now.
Oh my God. That's all right.
I was just thinking about that. I'm like, how am I going to do this?
How is it dark in Florida right now?
I don't know.
All right. So we'll do mine. They said we suggest counter control.
Counter control. Okay.
Because my skin is like, it's like a combination. So I'm oily, but I also have like, I would say, was it 2 years ago? All of a sudden I started developing like adult acne.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap. Like I thought I was through with this stuff. I went to the dermatologist. They gave me this great medication that I can't pronounce, but it made me pee every 4 seconds.
Yeah.
And even though it worked, I was over it and I was done with it. And I'd rather have pimples on my face. So,
yeah, I mean, it's only like a Band-Aid too. It's like, it's not going to solve it'll just help you.
Very cautious. My skin is very sensitive. So like I only use like, CeraVe or like very gentle things on my face. But I'm old now too, because I'm 40 something. So like, how do you figure, like, what are your top picks? And it might not be easy because it might be different for everybody.
Exactly. Everyone's different. And that's, again, like what I love doing with this. I love working with people individually and coming up with a game plan. And the good thing too, you have 60 days to try your products. And if you're unhappy or if it's not working, you can return them for a full refund, which is great. Even if you finished a bottle, but you won't because everything lasts a really long time. I can see my face getting redder because I'm sweating.
I love it. I love it.
It's the red wine. We'll blame it on the red
wine.
It's
nothing.
That's it. That's it.
We also sell deodorant, and I need to like grab some more right about now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's right up my alley because I've been reacting as I get older to deodorant. It's awful.
The deodorant's so
and then it doesn't work anymore. I'm like, what is happening?
It works so well. I've tried many deodorants, like starting from like back in the day. I used to use the stuff that would like block my nothing. Yep. Nothing came out.
Right.
Nothing came out.
And I just like sweat out my legs. Like it was super weird.
It's gonna come out one way or another.
Somewhere. But now and then I transitioned to clean deodorant, and this is by far the best clean deodorant I've ever used. And it's great because it's a refillable container, so you can like pop it out and refill it, which is awesome. And it comes in.
Love that.
Now, but
so what do they recommend? How do they recommend you use it? Is it a nighttime thing, or is it like how? Because the only reason why I'm asking is because I'm going through a deodorant situation with my teen right now, and it's a product that we put on at night and wash off in the morning, and then she uses a regular deodorant. But and I've heard people say you should use deodorant at night or certain things at night, and I don't. But then she got this thing, and so we're doing it, and I don't understand. So this is a deodorant that literally is like a normal deodorant.
Yeah, you can use it whenever you want to.
Is it a gel or a?
It's like a white deodorant,
like the white one.
It goes on.
I don't like the gel.
Leave all the gunk or anything. There's nothing like.
I don't like that.
No, it's so good. It goes on really nice. It really has baking soda, but it's like super gentle. I know a lot of people have baking soda allergies. I've had a lot of my clients very successful, no irritation. But like I said, if anything felt off, like you can patch test it, but if it didn't feel good, you return it. There's 3 scents. There's fresh coconut, vacation and a deodorant stick. It's
oh my God, I love it.
Then there's lavender, and then which is really clean, and it's good for guys too. It's like a really clean scent. And then there's another one called Clean Rose, and that I'm not a floral person, and it's my favorite out of all of them. I love it. It's just really fresh smelling. And it's totally good any time of day.
How many products do you have TJ using at this point in time?
It's very funny because he works in construction. You know, my husband owns a construction company. He uses so many products. Like you wouldn't think like a construction guy like gets up in the morning and puts his moisturizer on, but yep, I have them.
So do they have a men's specific line?
Yeah,
or they are okay.
Line, and the scent is so good. I love it. I actually use the men's face wash a lot myself in the shower. But I mean, his favorite moisturizer isn't the men's one. It's actually just the Counter Match, which is one of our.
I love it.
Yeah. I just thought I see a question.
Yeah. Do you want to go, Amy? You want to say?
Yeah. Christine wants to know, do your products contain fragrance?
So we do not. Fragrance is actually on our never list. So the word fragrance is in so much, and that can contain thousands of ingredients just in that one word. So we are very anti-synthetic fragrance. We do have some essential oils that are in some of our products that will give you a really fresh scent, but there's no added synthetic fragrance, which is really nice. And then we have some that have zero scent to that too.
That's great. Like so like for the coconut deodorant, how do they get the coconut?
You know,
like legit coconut
oil, but I don't like to like spew stuff off the top of my head. I always like to look it up to double check. This is another thing with Beauty Counter. You can go on the website. Every product, we're very transparent with all of our ingredients. So you go to a product, it'll list out all the ingredients, and you can click on an ingredient and see why they put it in and where it comes from. So it could be a word you don't recognize, and then you say, oh, what's that? And you click on it and it'll tell you everything about it, which is really nice. So with Beauty Counter too, we're not technically all natural, but we are safe. We have safe ingredients. So everything's been super tested, but we do believe you need some synthetic ingredients for performance wise, but they haven't been linked to any harm.
Of course. Yeah. So as far as like, somebody that either is interested in getting into the beauty business, because you have the face wash, the whole thing, but you also have the makeup, right? I mean, there's a full line of makeup.
Yeah, there's so much good stuff. Yep.
So what do you suggest? Somebody like me, when back in the day when I was trying to figure out, like, there's all these companies, I want to give it a shot because I don't want to work in corporate America the rest of my life. So what do you suggest people that are in the position where you were 5 years ago, teetering on either I got to get out of this job, I have little kids, I'd rather be at home and be able to build my own business. What do you suggest to people that are in that position right now? Because I know you're big on research. Like, how much research did you really have to do in order to sort of figure out, like, this is my jam. This is what I want to do.
So I would suggest, I say this all the time, I actually felt at a disadvantage in the beginning because I wasn't working, and I felt like I didn't have enough, like I felt like I was almost home and sheltered and not talking to enough people. So if people are currently working, it's actually the best time to dip your toes in.
Because you have that network of people to sort of, no, I agree with you.
And like,
I agree.
I really feel like if people think they sign up for something like this and then they're like, oh my God, what do I do now? People panic and they're like, I need an extra 5 hours in my day to work on it. You don't. Like, just make it part of your everyday. And that's what I do.
That was my biggest question. Yeah. How many hours, like what are you doing a week in order to be, and I'm sure in the beginning it was more, obviously, but
yes,
how
that's the beauty of it. It's
how do you have that balance? Because 5 years ago, your kids were a lot more needy than they are right now.
So needy. Now I can be like, bye.
Right. And
or they're in school or whatever.
That's what I mean. Like, how do you, that's what overwhelmed me so much. And I think that's what caused me to fail essentially in it, because I really liked the products I was using. And I really was like, I will spew it to the world, but I also couldn't find that balance.
It's really hard to find it. And that's something like, a lot of people on my team struggle with that. And a lot of them, like I have a girl right now, she kind of took the past 2 years of Beauty Counter off and she just decided to do it again. And that's totally fine. Like you got to do what's good for you. But I think you have to decide, you have to make the decision that you're committing or not. It's like a total mindset thing.
Right.
So when I dabbled in the beginning, and then literally one day I was like, you know what, I'm either going to stop this altogether or I'm just going to go for it and just try to build a business. And then within 2 months, I got like promoted like 6 levels. It was like total mindset shift and everything changed for me. And I just did it like I like to get up in the morning. I like to go to bed early.
Yeah.
And then I'd just rather wake up early.
I agree.
Have like a little bit of time in the morning. I'll get a few things done, send a couple messages out, set my day. And then if I feel organized in the morning, I have pockets during the day. Like I'll have 10 minutes here. Or, I mean, I'm scrolling on Instagram way more than I should still. And I get mad at myself for it.
Right.
Instead of that, I could send like 2 messages out and talk to people. You know what I mean? Like there are ways to make it work for you. Some people are night people.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. I feel like it's so funny because people stress about, they almost look at it like it has to be like their full-time job, like a 9-to-5er, and it's not that. And I think that, it's such a great way for moms to find something to do for themselves, but still be present and home and getting your kids on and off the bus. And
it really is so amazing. Like this week, I didn't have to take time off. I was with my kids the whole time. We did tons of fun stuff. And then I still got to do stuff. And I still talked to my team throughout the week. Like it's so flexible. That's what I love about it. But it is like when I started doing this, and a lot of the girls I work with, we get like emotional talking about it. It's so cheesy. We literally cry at like any time we're together. But we're like, we didn't know what we didn't have until we had this. Like we feel like such an identity now. Like we feel like ourselves, not just a mom. It's so great being a mom, but like and especially if like you find a company that you align with, you just are like-minded and I don't know, it's the best. We have so much fun. And I'm so thankful.
Somebody that's interested in something like this, do they contact you directly? Do they go to your website? What do they do?
So many, however you want to do it. You can go to my website. There's actually, I think on there, you can contact me through email. My Instagram handle is a great way to message me. Like I said, I'm on there scrolling a little too much, but you can always message me on Instagram and I'm happy to connect. And I mean, if you go to the website right there too, there's a whole section. There's so much good information about the company in general. I'm only given a snippet about it. And another huge thing about Beauty Counter too is, so we have 3 things we're based on. Education, which is just educating the people. Very little regulation in the industry. We formulate, like I talked about, we have super high performing products with our Never list, which is awesome. And then our other piece that really sets us apart is advocacy. So we're going to Congress on a federal level and a local level, trying to change laws. It's on a regular basis. So back pre-COVID, every year they would send, I think 100 consultants to Washington, D.C. to have meetings trying to make more health protective laws, which is so incredible. So it's like trying to make a difference. So that's why even if you're not a product person, there's such a strong mission behind it too. Like, I know a lot of people that have never, like, don't wear makeup and they still are very into this. Like it's very versatile, which is great. But you can just go on the website. There's so much information about the company and there's an area just learning about if it's something you were considering. Like it gives a whole glimpse. There's videos, there's all kinds of information, but I love chatting.
No, I love it. What was the other, we were talking about something before we came on live, but what was the other website that people that are looking, I want you to talk about that. Yes, the ewg.org.
There too, which is great. But I always say too, like people that are just starting to change into clean beauty, it can be really overwhelming. And I don't want you to go in and throw all your stuff out. I want like little things at a time. So think about something maybe you use every day. This website, so it's called ewg.org, and they have a skin deep database. And it's a great site. You input what products you're using and it'll spit out a little toxicity rating. They have a number scale. So it's just really interesting because you might think, this is a whole part of the no regulation. Companies can put anything they want. They can say all natural or organic, and it could have literally not an organic ingredient in it. Like it's just crazy because there's no regulation. So
Melissa talks about that a lot because Melissa, our other
I've seen her on here.
Mom host, she is super into like the essential oils, and she's a
Yep.
super healthy eater, and she is so good. Like I decided to get into like the essential oils thing, and she came over and literally like melted stuff down with me. She helped me create all these things, and it was great. And so she's said the same thing. Like, companies can say whatever they want on a label, and that's alarming.
It is. Like,
this is something we need a lot more regulation with the United States. The United States is very far behind other countries, whether it's in food, cosmetics, clothing. I mean, they're literally allowed to put anything they want, pretty much, and the punishment for it is some fines. It's like a slap on the wrist. It's nothing serious.
No, there's nothing serious. Yep. Oh, Amy's frozen.
Oh, jeez, she really is frozen.
She stopped.
She was so fired up about whatever she was talking about. I love it. Oh, she'll be back to us, I'm sure.
They actually, so another part of this is, I think she's coming back now, but companies, if they know there's something harmful in their product, they don't have to recall it by law. They'll just leave it on there. Like, you don't have to pull it. It's totally voluntary. I don't know if you've seen, like, at Claire's, they had asbestos in makeup. And I think it got so much media that they're like, yeah, we should probably pull that stuff. So our kids
Oh my God.
Asbestos. Yeah, it's crazy.
So why is it so difficult in the United States, but not, I mean, like, is it just not like a top?
Yeah, it's just not a priority. Pretty much.
Not a priority.
And that's why we had this like huge mass of consultants that work for the company, but we're also teaming up with other brands. So that's an initiative we do too. We're leading other brands to try to take the same steps to try to make it better so we don't have to worry about it. And that's the mission statement of the company is getting safer products into the hands of everyone. So it's not even about getting Beauty Counter necessarily into the hands of everyone. It's just that, like, you someday you just go to the store and shop and not have to worry about it, you know?
Yeah, it's so overwhelming. It's funny. I think that, you know, I'm not the healthiest eater. Like, I don't have to have everything organic. I don't, you know, but I have friends that are super conscious of it, and you kind of, you know, you get sucked into it a little bit. And, you know, it's funny how you start to question and second guess the food that you're letting your kids eat, and the, you know, just the little things. And now, you know, my kids are getting older now. You know, I have a teenager. Her skin is very sensitive. I mean, like, super sensitive, like to the point where I'm using stuff that a dermatologist gave me for sensitive skin, and her face is broken out, hot, itchy. Like, so it's like, I can't even imagine what's in some of these things that's making her super sensitive.
Because a lot of the things, like a lot of the ingredients that are causing the issues can cause allergies and sensitivities, and it shouldn't be like that.
Do you have something like that you would recommend for like preteen or teen?
Absolutely. Really good. I mean, like, if they have pretty clear, even if they have acne prone skin, we have this.
Yep.
I don't have it. Of course, I don't have it behind me, but we have like a baseline that's called Counter Start. And it's a really gentle, creamy cleanser, and then a really simple moisturizer. Those two things are so good. Sometimes simple is better. And so just starting with those two things and getting them into a routine, like my 9-year-old, especially mask wearing, like, I'm trying to get her just aware of like being in a routine.
Yeah. And Ella will do it, won't she? She loves it. Does she love it?
All about it. We have these little lip jellies. She's actually on my Instagram story today saying that these are her favorite. And these are like the best. These are so good for like teens and tweens, but like, I happen to be obsessed with them.
I love it. That's so awesome. Yeah. So like, what are if it were not like, you know, I know everybody's skin is different, but what are like your top picks? Like, what are your must-haves for moms right now?
This is my favorite. I keep looking at how red I'm literally so hot. I want to take my shirt off.
We can't tell because your lighting's good. So we're all right.
All right. So this is, I'm trying to hold it, but this is a vitamin C serum, and you use it once a day. And this is good for all skin types: sensitive, acne prone, dry, oily, normal, anybody. It's so good. It's really good for hyperpigmentation. So if you have any sunspots or scarring, it's so good for that. Super calming. So if you have acne, it's really good to calm your skin. It also helps protect against environmental stressors like pollution and sun and all the things. It's really good for that.
Okay.
I love it. It smells really good. It's an anti-inflammatory. So many good.
And that's a daily thing. That's once a day?
Once a day. Yep, once a day in the morning. It's so funny. My brother, who's 51, literally texted me the other night. And I've been doing this while he goes, I need something for my skin. I was like, can you give me more information, please? And then he's like, I feel like I have some spots. So this was my first recommendation to him. So now he's using it. And
I love it.
So that's probably like my number one product. But something we have too, like you said, we have makeup. I love it. Skincare is probably my favorite because I'm obsessed with it. Like my skin is the best it's ever been.
Yeah.
So happy. And I had like so many postpartum skin issues. Like it went bananas after kid number 2 because kid number 2 messes up pretty much everything.
Yep.
But the makeup is so good too. And a lot of makeup has heavy metals in it, like most makeup on the market does, which is kind of crazy. Ours is tested all the time. We make sure there's no heavy metals in it. And we have makeup. Like I don't have time every day to do like a full face of makeup. But especially if I'm on Zoom or something with a group, I want to look like not dead. I want to look like I have a little life to me,
Like we have a little life left in us.
And I was laughing because I watched when you guys did your makeup.
So bad.
That was so funny.
It was like so
hard. It was like a hard tutorial.
It was not like it made me so angry because I was like, who's doing this to go to parent pickup? Nobody.
No. So we actually have a makeup set. We call it the Flawless in 5. But I just tell people it's 6 products that you can do in 3 minutes. Like it takes me 3 minutes and I feel fully put together.
What's in it?
It's so great. So I don't have all of them in front of me because I'm super prepared all the time. But you can choose. It's fully customizable. All the colors you can.
So you choose what you want.
You choose what you want, but it's going to be for your face. So we have either a tint and moisturizer or a foundation. So it depends on how much coverage you want. But again, like I'm there to help you with this. But also the website's really user friendly and it walks you through all of it. Then there's a concealer, which I do have in front of me. This concealer, like if I have to pick a couple products, this is a really good one too. Like a little bit under your eyes, and I might have to put some on right now.
That's what I need like every day in my life.
So good. And then brows. I'm like a big brow person.
Your brows, I don't even want to talk about it because your brows are ridiculous. Perfect. I don't even know. I was gonna say something and I was like,
dad brow.
I want to know what's happening.
You should come back on for a brow tutorial for us.
I love a brow.
What is happening with your brows? Tell me about it.
I grow them. Like I don't wax.
Okay.
They're just, you grow and then you can tweeze. I don't have somebody do it for me. But
I was going to say, if I were to tweeze, it would be a nightmare.
But the goal, like don't touch your eyebrows for like 4 months. Not a single touch. Like get them crazy. Like I was like, literally it was like, like go for it. You go for it, and then it's like a fresh start, and then you can kind of go to like somebody that's really good that won't wax, and then they'll just clean them up, and it's like.
And they literally just tweeze. There's no wax.
And trim. Oh, I have to get like a full haircut because they get really long.
And how do you know that person isn't going to make you look like a chia pet?
Yeah, you show pictures. That's what I do. I'm like, you go to haircut, you're like, oh, I like this haircut. You do that with your brows. Bring up picture.
Oh my God. There's so many things that we have to do. It's overwhelming.
But in the meantime, our brow gel is so easy to use. It's like this little nugget right here.
Is it tinted? Is it brown?
We have clear and we have tinted, but we have 4 different shades. So you can choose clear or color. But so this is part of the set too. So it's the face, it's the brow, then it's blush, lip gloss, and mascara. Tons of pretty lip gloss colors.
So that's pretty much what you need in order to be out in the world.
And it's so quick and so easy. Literally fresh face in 2 seconds. It's so great. I love it. So that's definitely
that sounds a little bit easier than our 5-minute
makeup
tutorial
or whatever you had to put there. Like that sheet. You had to put like
First of all, I was like, I don't even
We didn't use sheets. Did you see what I used? A sticky note.
I know. So funny.
I was like, who has that?
It's so funny.
So real quick.
Oh.
We have to do our
kindness. Right. I know. Jill and I could literally talk all night. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm excited. So right before we call, I just want to call everyone's attention to the bottom because no one has entered our giveaway tonight. I don't know what's going on. So maybe we should tell them the prize. Maybe that'll give a little incentive.
Okay.
So before we call our kindness winner, we're also giving away 2 additional prizes. Jill is going to give away a $25 gift card for her products, and Cape Cod Moms is going to do a $50 gift card to Mirabeau. We're going to pick 2 winners randomly, the top 2. The question of the night, you need to comment in the comments, the zombie apocalypse is coming. Who are the 3 people, any 3 people in the world, famous, otherwise, whatever you want, that you would want on your team? So think about that for a minute, and we're going to call our kindness giveaway.
I'm so glad we have one.
So for those of you who may not know, our kindness giveaway every week, we just want you to nominate a fellow mom, dad, friend in the community that's just deserving of a nice act of kindness. And you can find that link below on our link tree. It's / Cape Cod Moms. And we take your nomination and then we call and surprise them on the air. And the person nominating them, we give you a heads up so you can make sure that they're on with us. So the link's below. And tonight we have a really special winner and I'm excited about it. So we're going to call and surprise her right now. Now that I'm inside and have lighting again.
I was going to say, you've gone into like the abyss like 3 different times. I don't know what is happening with you.
They shut off the internet. I don't know what's happening. I hacked into the next door. It's a situation. Hopefully she answers. I know she's watching.
Do I know who it is?
I don't know if you've met her. Oh, hi, Christine. It's Amy, Kelly, and Jill from Cape Cod Moms. How are you?
Hi, I'm well. How are you?
We're good. You are tonight's kindness winner. We're calling to surprise you and read you your nomination. So you were nominated by your friend Julie, and she says, Christine Eaton does so much for families when loved ones need help lining up home health services. She has a lot of experience with hospice and home health services, and she's such a caring friend. She will help with family members, even in other states as well. She is truly deserving of an act of kindness, and I hope you pick her. So congratulations, Christine, because we are going to be dropping something off in the mail to you within the week or so, a little act of kindness just to show our appreciation of how special of a person you are.
That's so nice.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Christine. And I know you were watching, and we're so happy to have you watching. Make sure you private message me after and send me your address, and I will get something out to you this week.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Christine. Take care.
Bye, Christine.
Bye.
Bye.
It's my favorite part every week.
I was just
So nice.
I love that. I wish we could give away like houses and cars and stuff.
Someday. We're just going to keep working like Jill. We're just going to keep on working.
This is it. This is where we started.
Exactly. It takes
Hopefully
time,
someday
right?
Jill will be like, you were with us when.
Way when we were giving out the gift bags before we gave out cars.
That's right. Right. No, I love it.
So before we start to wrap up here, maybe we should answer the 3.
I'm stressed out, you guys. I'm stressed out.
Are you stressed out?
I have mine.
Would it make you feel better if I went first?
I'm looking at some of these comments, and I will say that one of them for me was I was trying to narrow down The Walking Dead because I was a big fan. I lost interest like in the last. It was like once Rick was gone, I was like, I'm good with it. Like as far as I'm concerned, I'm over it. But like, it's funny because people are bringing up Rick Grimes. He's definitely. I'm gonna shut up. You go first, Amy, because you have your 3, and I'm gonna talk about my 3.
I went with, because I'm gonna go with characters as well, but actors who are good characters. So you ready with this? I went with Tom Cruise from Mission Impossible because he's pretty badass.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go with the Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
I mean, right?
No,
does it get any better? He just keeps coming back through the time to shoot everybody for you.
I agree.
And then Sylvester Stallone. I feel like that's a safe bet.
Sylvester Stallone, like
too.
1990 1999 or so?
Yeah, 1999.
Okay.
Like Rocky?
Yeah, not now.
Rocky?
That's good. Is he still alive, by the way?
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'm joking, everybody.
I don't have him in the death pool yet, so I think he's still there. Thank goodness.
Bill, who besides me are you gonna have on your
Definitely Kelly. Also, because you watched Walking Dead, so you already know what's up.
I know
She's prepared.
I know how to use the samurai sword like
Yeah.
a mother. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so I was thinking about it and I was like, okay. So then my next step, I had a couple ideas. And then of course I Google celebrities to bring during a zombie apocalypse. And that was like a top 10 list. Of course there.
Oh, it's a real thing?
Yeah, it's like a thing, which I did not expect to happen.
Oh my God, I need to know.
But one of my people was on there. So first person that came to mind was The Rock. Because
that's who I chose.
The Rock.
Me too. That was the first person. Yes.
First
okay,
person.
good.
I'm like, The Rock. Like, not only is he like huge and can like kick anybody's ass, any creature's ass, he's also like, he can rap, he can sing, like he's multi-talented, he can entertain. So
I agree. He's going to be 107 years old and he's still going to be a badass
in the zombie apocalypse.
Bradley Cooper came to mind. Just because I'm like kind of like in a little Bradley Cooper phase right now. I don't know. I don't know if you bring anything to the table except I just be like, what's up?
Yeah. That was my Ryan Reynolds moment. That was me like, I don't know. I kind of just want to have something to look at.
Right. You need your spirits up during a zombie apocalypse.
I need my spirits up.
But one of the people that came on the list, it's kind of a funny choice, is Ken Jeong. Is that his name? From The Hangover. Pops out.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Love him.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a good one. See,
that's an excellent
for my person, for my like pop out of the trunk moment, I was like, do I want to hang with like Chelsea Handler, who's such a bitch, but she's wicked funny and her sense of humor is dry? Do I want like, I was kind of like, I need something like that.
Yeah.
So I've got my Rock. I've got, The Rock, he's going to do his thing. Yeah. And then Ryan Reynolds is the eye candy. And then I felt like Chelsea Handler was like my, I gotta be entertained. I mean, I can't do it all myself.
No.
Plus, you're gonna get some good eye candy there to maybe like reprocreate the world after.
Well, that's the other thing. Like, are we responsible for like repopulating the world?
Maybe.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm just
if you're the last ones left, you could be.
It's just a hypothetical, people.
That's why we gotta have lots of choices.
Oh my God.
All right. So did anybody answer? Okay. So
we got two answers.
Your husband is Amy. People want your husband in their pod.
Guys, I know. He just gets better with age.
Oh my God, I love it. All right. So are we doing?
Well, we're fully prepared. We're fully prepared in our house for the zombie apocalypse, as you know, if it were to happen.
We used to have our bug out bag, but I liked the snacks that were in it, so we ate them.
That's awesome.
There was a beef stroganoff.
Oh, we lost Kelly for a second.
Again, Kelly.
That's okay. She'll be right back. I know she loves that beef stroganoff in that in that bug out bag. That was one of her favorites. We were just talking about the beef.
Sorry, I don't know what happened.
You're back.
We're having a night. We're rolling with it.
Okay. Can you see me now?
Oh yes, we can see you.
Okay, sorry. I don't know how I left on beef stroganoff, but
it's pretty tasty. I mean, those bug out packs, those pre-made meals. I mean,
yeah, no.
Get what you get in the zombie apocalypse.
Okay.
All right, so we have two people, it looks like, to pick from right now. So let's just randomize them.
Come on, people.
And before I randomize this, I mean, it's a tough question.
I had to Google it, pretty much.
I had to Google. You guys, I'm responsible. I'll never do it again. I should have picked a different question.
So before I hit random, what we'll do is the first winner will get the $25 from Jill, and the second person will get the $50 to Mirabeau. So Perfect. Here we go. Randomize. And Sarah, you are tonight's winner for Jill for the $25 for products from her. I'm excited. Hopefully you share. And Julie is our winner for the Mirabeau one. Woo!
Julie,
Y'all go
a bug out
fabulous.
bag is literally like the bag when the shit hits the fan in the world and you have to like grab 3 things. Those 3 things should already be packed, ready to go, and you don't even have to think about it. So those are your bug out bags. Everybody should have them. I didn't do it. My husband did it. So tell your husband to get on that.
I bet you Paul has one. You just don't know
I'm
about
sure
it,
he
Julie.
does. She just doesn't know.
I would be willing to bet $100 on that one. So before we start to wrap up here, let's give Jill the last word because we could talk to you forever. I would love to have you on again, maybe do a makeup tutorial
Absolutely.
with you,
We should do
especially
a
on the
flawless
brows.
dive right on here.
Yes, let's do it. But any last words, advice that you want to leave with our moms and dads who are watching?
So basically, all kinds of people do this business, and not even just this, not just Beauty Counter specifically, but like in Beauty Counter, I know people personally that are lawyers, that are stay-at-home moms, teachers, nurses, doctors, all kinds of people. I feel like if you are busy, don't be afraid to do this. Have that be an asset. Use your busyness. I always say, if you want to get something done, ask a mom, right? Moms do it all. So I feel like just being an extension of yourself and being authentic and being consistent, like I said before, those are just the main things to actually, move forward in this type of business. Don't be afraid. Just do it. You literally have nothing to lose and everything to gain by trying something like this. And as far as products go, like we said before, reach out to me. I am here. I love chatting with people and I'm happy to help you. That's it.
I'm so glad you were able to join us this evening. Kelly, this was a great recommendation to have Jill on. I definitely want to have you again, especially when I don't have as many connectivity problems. That would be lovely. Down below right here, follow this link to get in touch with Jill. And if you go to the link, you'll also get entered for her random drawing as well. So you can still win some things. So excited to have you. Next week, 8 p.m., Rachel Hargrove. Jill, I hope you're tuning in. I don't know if you watch Below Decked. I might have to make myself a homemade Eat My Cooter shirt.
Oh my God.
It's going to be great. But we're going to talk about her extensive history as a chef because
I was going to say, we need to focus on the fact that she's an amazing chef.
She really is. She's probably, we haven't tasted her food, but judging by everything that goes on, hands down. And like I said, we've got some other great guests coming up, so stay tuned Friday nights at 8. And for those of you, don't forget, visit our link tree, nominate a friend. We want to give away some prizes. We love seeing you every week. This hour is for all of you. And we want to thank you so much for joining all of us. And congratulations to Christine, Sarah, and Julie. You girls were on the ball tonight, and, bravo. You won some great prizes, and always exciting. Jill, thank you.
Jill, I love you. I haven't seen you in forever, and I'm so glad we got to connect. I appreciate you doing this with us tonight. I really do.
Absolutely. And we're definitely going to set something up for this summer, and we'll do a summer fresh makeover look, I think, in a couple of weeks. Let's set it up for June, and I think that would be great to go into the summer season with a new makeup look.
I love it.
I'll work on my brows until then.
I need to grow out my brows.
Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us every week, 8 p.m. live on Cape Cod Moms on Facebook and on YouTube. You can join us anytime and catch the replays on Instagram or our website. Thanks again. We'll see you next week, 8 p.m.